Have you ever pondered about the day when the sky will split apart? This is the powerful question that Surah Al-Infitar presents to us. In the vast expanse of the Quran's wisdom, Surah Al-Infitar stands as a profound chapter, painting vivid depictions of the Day of Judgment. This sacred surah, whose name translates to the Cleaving, offers a glimpse into the events of that inevitable day when the heavens will be rent asunder. As the 82nd chapter of the Quran, Surah Al-Infitar is comprised of 19 verses, each one encapsulating profound wisdom and divine revelations. These verses are not merely words, they are a divine call, an invitation to reflect and comprehend the magnitude of the Day of Judgment. As we delve into the verses of this surah, prepare yourself for a profound journey through the Quran's depiction of the Day of Judgment. This journey will not only enlighten us about the events of that day, but also awaken our hearts to the divine truth of our existence. The surah begins with a powerful image of the sky being ripped apart. In the opening verses of Surah Al-Infitar, we are presented with a cataclysmic vision of the universe. It's as if the cosmos are in revolt and the very fabric of existence is coming undone. The sky, so often a symbol of stability and permanence, is torn asunder. This is not a mere physical event, but a metaphysical one, signifying the end of the world as we know it. The second verse continues this theme with the scattering of stars. Stars, those fixed points of light that have guided humanity for millennia, are now cast adrift in the heavens. This scattering is not just a physical displacement, but a symbol of the upheaval of order and certainty. Next, the surah describes the seas as bursting forth. Water, the source of life, now becomes an instrument of chaos. The seas do not just overflow, they erupt, suggesting a forceful and uncontrollable disruption of the natural world. The fourth verse talks about the graves being overturned. This image signifies the resurrection of the dead for judgment. Graves, the final resting place, are no longer a sanctuary. They are violently disturbed, and those who were once dead are now brought back to life. These first 4 verses of Surah Al-Infitar provide a vivid depiction of the Day of Judgment. They give us a glimpse of a world turned upside down, a world in which the familiar becomes strange and frightening. The sky splitting, stars scattering, seas erupting, and graves being overturned. All these images serve to underscore the enormity and terror of that day. But these verses are not meant to inspire fear alone. They are also a reminder of the transient nature of this world and the eternal reality of the hereafter. They are a call to introspection and a prompt for us to reflect on our own deeds. Each verse paints a picture of a world in chaos, a world preparing for the final reckoning. The surah then shifts its focus to the individual human being. In verses 5 to 12 of Surah Al-Infitar, the narrative takes a turn towards the personal, towards the human being and their role in this grand cosmic drama. It highlights the profound truth of human accountability on the Day of Judgment. It starts with a question, a rhetorical challenge. "O man, what has made you careless concerning your Lord, the most generous?" It's a question that probes, that prods, that seeks to awaken the human conscience. Then comes the reminder, a stark reality check. We are told that God has created us in the best of forms, in an optimal mold, and then returned us to the lowest of the low, except for those who believe and do good deeds, for they will have a reward uninterrupted. This is a clear message about the human potential for elevation and degradation, about our capacity for nobility and ignobility. It's a declaration that our actions, our choices, they matter. The verses then unveil the concept of divine omniscience. Verily, he knows each one of them and has counted them a full counting. Nothing escapes the divine gaze. No action, big or small, is overlooked. It's a sobering reminder of the comprehensive record-keeping of the divine. Every action, every word, every thought, every intention, it's all recorded, it's all noted down. These verses also highlight the impartiality of divine justice. On the Day of Judgment, the records will be laid bare. The deeds of the humans will be evaluated, scrutinized without bias or prejudice. It's a call to mindfulness, to self-reflection, to accountability. It's a call to live a life of righteousness, of integrity, of purpose. These verses remind us that we are accountable for our actions and that nothing escapes the divine gaze. It's a message of hope and of warning, a message of responsibility and of promise. It's a message that continues to resonate, to inspire, to guide. The surah concludes with a powerful reminder of divine justice. As we delve into the final verses of Surah Al-Infitar, we are presented with a stark representation of divine justice. These verses are not merely words, they are a mirror reflecting the consequences of our actions in this world and a window into the realm of the afterlife. In verse 13, we encounter the phrase, "the record of the righteous." This refers to the ledger of deeds, a record of every action, every word, every thought that will be presented to us on the day of judgment. This is a recurring theme in the Quran, impressing upon us the importance of leading a righteous life. The verses that follow describe the ultimate reward for the righteous. They will be in Naim, a state of bliss and happiness, a reward for their good deeds, their kindness, and their adherence to the path of righteousness. The concept of divine justice is a cornerstone of Islamic belief, and these verses beautifully encapsulate this principle. Now let's turn our attention to verse 17, which speaks of the record of the wicked. Just as the righteous have their deeds recorded, so too do the wicked. No action goes unnoticed, no word unrecorded. In verse 18, the surah describes the fate of the wicked. They will be in Sijin, a term connoting extreme heat and distress. This is a stark contrast to the blissful state of the righteous, illustrating the consequences of straying from the path of righteousness. Finally, verse 19 presents a powerful conclusion. It states that man will indeed understand his own reality when the veils are lifted. This highlights the ultimate reality of our existence, one that transcends the illusions of this worldly life. In these verses, we are reminded of the ultimate divine justice that awaits us all. Surah Al-Infitar, in its brief 19 verses, presents a profound message. This surah, nestled in the heart of the Quran, is an eloquent reminder of the day of judgment and the certainty of divine justice. It paints a vivid picture of this monumental event, describing how the sky will split, the stars will scatter, and the oceans will erupt. The imagery is potent and haunting, serving as a stark reminder of the transient nature of our worldly lives. In the surah's opening verses, we are reminded of the momentous changes that will occur in the universe, events so cataclysmic that they defy human comprehension. Yet amidst this cosmic upheaval, the surah directs our attention towards the individual soul, emphasizing the importance of personal accountability on the day of judgment. From verse 5 to 12, the surah deepens its exploration of human accountability. It emphasizes that our deeds, whether significant or seemingly insignificant, are meticulously recorded. Nothing escapes the divine record, and it is this record that will testify for or against us. It's a sobering reminder that our actions have consequences, and we will be held accountable for our choices. The final verses of the surah, 13 to 19, underscore the inevitability of divine justice. They remind us that God, the most knowledgeable and the most just, is fully aware of what we do, and his judgment is inescapable. The surah ends with a chilling description of the fate of those who deny the truth and lead lives of injustice and unbelief. The central theme of Surah Al-Infitar, therefore, is the day of judgment, divine justice, and human accountability. It's a powerful reminder that while we may be engrossed in the hustle and bustle of our daily lives, we must not lose sight of our ultimate destination. The surah encourages us to live mindful and righteous lives, conscious of our actions and their repercussions in the hereafter. In essence, Surah Al-Infitar is a wake-up call, a reminder of our mortality and the transient nature of the world around us. It urges us to reflect on our actions, our intentions, and our ultimate purpose. It prompts us to strive for righteousness, to seek God's mercy, and to prepare for the inevitable day when the heavens will split and each soul will stand alone before its Creator. So, as we navigate the complexities of our lives, let the profound message of Surah Al-Infitar resonate within us. Let it serve as a compass, guiding us towards a path of righteousness and reminding us of the fleeting nature of this world and the permanence of the next. As we conclude our journey through Surah Al-Infitar, let it serve as a reminder of the transient nature of this world and the eternal reality of the next.